If you don't know who I am, it's time we meet. My name is Pauline, ain't that sweet? And here is why you should listen to me, because I have the answers to where you want to be. What I want you to know is that I'm not from here, and I had a very different career. Instead of getting a job like an average Jane, I'm a dancer and a singer, and I studied things arcane, like the brain. Studying the brain made it perfectly clear that only the organized brain solves problems, my dear, no matter how severe. And you will have all your answers right here. Welcome to my show, One Solution to Everything, when we blend magic and science to create radical, rapid solutions. My name is Paula Oleska. This is my rap hat, so I put it away for a little bit. I'm a best-selling author, mindset maverick, and a creator of the Brain Upgrade System. And I've been creating radical rapid results for over 30 years with around 8,000 people in 5 different countries. And I'm still in practice in New York, and I'll be telling you more about that later. I like to start with a quote that underlies some of the principles that we are talking about in this show, that what lies behind you or before you is not as powerful or rich as what lies within you. That sounds great. The only problem is, how do you get in touch with this? How do you unlock this power, this treasury of resources that are within you? And this is the subject of our show. I call this your inner intelligence, and your inner intelligence has to do with your organized brain. And that's what we are going to be talking about in different ways in each segment. So I would like to summarize what we covered so far so you understand the framework that underlies everything we'll be talking about today and in future shows. And that has to do with shifting from what I call the old paradigm to the new paradigm. So the old paradigm is when your mind controls everything and you use your mind to solve all of your problems. And you have been exposed to old paradigm throughout your life because this is how all the educational systems are set up, and all the self-help systems are set up as well. But I found it very frustrating because it sounds really good, but it really wasn't working. And therefore, I searched for new solutions, and I came up with a concept of a new paradigm, which is based on most current cutting-edge neuroscience. So let me show you what the new paradigm is about. First of all, that your brain is no longer considered just a single organ in your head. The brain is a communication network spread out throughout your entire body. This is a very new concept, and it's supported by neuroscience. I won't go into details, but I talked a lot about that in our first segment. The second premise of the new paradigm is that your body is intelligent. This is where you have that inner intelligence I mentioned a moment ago. And if you get in touch with that, your life will be so much richer, and you are going to experience completely different results. The most revolutionary concept is that your mind actually comes from your body. So again, this is neuroscience, and I won't go into details right now, but please go back and watch the first show. So in the old paradigm, the mind is the top of the pyramid, and then everything else is below that, and you use your mind to control everything. But in the current neuroscience, which is much more effective and makes much more sense, that your mind actually is not an object or something that is just sitting in your head. It's an outcome of how you process information on the body level. This is what is the constant premise in my practice, and that's why I can create these radical rapid results And I'll quote some of them a little bit later to show you that these things really work. And they worked, of course, in my life. And then, so the results come from the fact that you need to engage your body. So the new paradigm, the essence of the new paradigm is that you use your mind and body together, and that allows you to completely accelerate results. In my personal experience, that allowed me to go from, I was a singer in my previous career, as a matter of fact, opera singer, but I started with a voice teacher who told me that I had no voice and no personality, and I should not really try. But I, through twists and turns, a year and a half later, I was on stage singing in a Mozart opera. So that was because I was already starting to get in touch with my inner intelligence and being able to utilize that. And there were many other ways in which that came in really handy in my life. So this is the essence of the new paradigm, the underlying principle of everything we are talking about in this show. Now let's look at the brain. And I'm going to put on my professor persona and share with you this, my favorite model created by Dr. Paul MacLean that gave us a brain in 3 sections that, despite numerous inspections and attempted rejections, because other scholars wanted to voice their objections, this model still stands and needs no protection. And that's why we offer to Dr. MacLean genuflection. It gave us this completely new and very practical way of looking at how we function from within. So we have 3 layers. You have the reptilian brain in the back of your head. You have the limbic system, which I call the emotional brain, in the middle, and you have your thinking brain. You have a thinking brain or the neocortex on top, the covering that covers your brain. So today we are going to be talking about the limbic system. Your limbic system has so many feelings I can't even list them. That's why I call it the emotional brain. Unfortunately, most people treat their feelings with disdain. Don't feel fear or anger is a constant refrain. What are they trying to gain? Is there a way to not get upset and say or do things you will later regret? You bet. And the answers are all within you, even though some people will consider those answers taboo. But you can stick with these videos and learn what to do. So sometimes I get tired of doing this in a professor way. So I brought a band of helpers to help me explain all these concepts. So are you willing to play with me? Great. So here come my helpers. This is Rip. Oh. This is a limbic Teddy. Hi. And this is the thinking owl. Ow. Hey, are we still going to talk about me? I love to talk about me. No, today you had your whole segment last time, so I'll give you some time. But today we are going to be talking to Limbic Teddy. Oh, he's such a wimp. But of course, okay, if you say that, but make sure you give me some time later. All right, I promise. Hi.
I'm Teddy. He's so rude. But it's okay because I'm working on accepting him anyway. I think we had a moment when we learned to work together, and maybe we'll do that again. I don't know, because what I wanted to tell you, I'm so excited because I made a new friend. When I was at the playground, I met another teddy bear, and the teddy bear wanted to play with me, and that's what I love to do. I love to play. And I also love to run. And I love to jump. And I love to, what else do I love? I love telling stories and listening to stories. Can you tell me a story?
Okay, little Teddy, I can tell you a story. So, once upon a time,
oh, that's so much fun. I love stories like that. Can you tell me another story?
Well, once upon a time, there was a little teddy bear.
Really? I love stories about teddy bears, and especially about me.
So one day, a teddy bear was walking along and came across another teddy bear.
Wow, I love that because that just happened. I was walking along and I came across another teddy bear, and we hugged, and he became my friend. And I love to have friends. Hello, can you be my friend? Can you be my friend? Can you be my friend?
That's so sweet of you, teddy bear. You just want to be friends with everybody.
Yes, I want to be friends with everybody because I want to play, and I don't want to play by myself. I want to play with other people, teddy bears, and other things.
Oh, that's so nice of you. You are such a nice person.
Yes, I think I know that. But I want to tell you a secret.
Really? You have secrets?
Yes, what I want to tell you is that sometimes I don't know how that happens. Even though I'm such a friendly person, sometimes I turn into a lion.
You do?
I do.
Whoa! And I'm going to tell you what to do. And I'm going to make you do what I want you to do because I'm very powerful. And if you don't listen to me, I'm going to roar. Ah!
See, that's so scary.
Yes, you better be scared of me because I have so much power and I'm so big.
Can you tell him to go away?
Okay, Lion. Well, thank you for being here, but maybe we can put you to sleep now. Oh, I'll think about that. Okay.
See, he's so scary, and I don't know what happens. I don't know how that happens, but even though I'm so little, sometimes I just turn into a lion and I roar like that, and it became very, very angry.
We'll have to look at that. I wonder why that happens.
I don't know. Can you explain it?
Maybe I will. We'll see.
But I want to tell you another secret.
Really? You have another secret?
Yes, and that is also, I don't know what happens, but sometimes I'm so scared I turn into a little mouse. See, and I don't know why that happens, but it's so scary when it happens because then I want to hide and I don't know how to get out of it.
That's a real problem. I think we'll have to find some help for that.
Yes, that would be really great if you can help me find a solution to that. So, let me tell you also that I love to learn new things. So we are done with that, right?
Well, yes, we are done with that for now. But it looks like you want to tell me some more things.
Yes, because I love to learn new things. I want to go here and look at that. Look at that. There is a puddle and there are pebbles in the puddle. Oh my God, I want to go there and play in the puddle. And now look, and there is a flower and there is a tree. And I need to find out what that tree is called. Look, and there is a book. I want to read the book. I want to learn the book. I want to learn everything because I'm very, very curious. And I like to go here and I like to go there.
Wow, you are so active and you are so curious. That's wonderful. But it sounds like you are very distracted.
Yes, I'm very often distracted. It's hard for me to focus for too long.
Ah, do you think that could be a problem?
Yes, sometimes it's a problem because I want to learn something and I can't stay with it long enough and I don't know what to do.
Well, I think we can figure it out later.
Hey, what are you talking about? I know how to focus. I can help you focus. Really? You can help me focus?
Yes, I think the owl can help you focus, but that will come a little bit later. So owl, can you wait?
Okay, I can wait if you say so. And just make sure you give me some time.
Oh, wow. So many people around here, so many animals. We have to figure out how they should be getting along. You should better figure that out because I'm getting very impatient. It's my time. Hey, it's not your time. This is Teddy's time.
Well, I think that I can make friends with him now too. So, Rep, what about if I give you a hug?
Oh, that feels nice.
I'll give you another hug.
I'm starting to like that.
So, Rep, do you think we can play together?
Maybe, as long as you don't change the subject too often, because I like things that are stable and routine.
Okay, I will stay with your routine as long as you are willing to go with me to have some variety.
Okay, I'll go with you to have variety.
So now, you know what we should do? We should dance.
Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh my God.
Yes. Finally, some peace and quiet. It was just too much noise. I can't think when there's so much noise. So when I'm going to have my time?
Well, you will have your time. You'll have a whole segment to yourself. But you know what? We have to deal with these two other ones first. Because, like you said, if they are not in balance, they make so much noise that you can't think.
That's true. I can't think. They give me a headache. So I'm glad you're taking care of them first. But make sure you give me some time as well. Okay, bye. I'm going to study now.
Yes. See, because each part of your brain has its own agenda. And when they are not in sync, then you feel scattered all over the place, right? You can't focus. There is a part of you that says, I want to go to sleep. Another part of you says, no, it's much better to go for a walk. And another part of you says, no, you should stick to your projects because you have so much work to do and you should focus on work. And you don't know what to do. So you either run all over the place or you go to sleep or you do some other things that are not productive. So as I told you in the beginning, only the organized brain solves problems, my dear. And that's how you need to, that's why you need to organize your brain. And how do you organize your brain? Well, what Teddy and Rep demonstrated is that you do some kind of dance. You do a very specific dance. And there is one very simple exercise you can do all day long, which is called crossovers. And you touch your hand to your opposite knee, just like that. And it will automatically get all of these parts of your brain to work together. Temporarily, but that's better than nothing. And that's something you can do every day, any day, for just a moment or 1 or 3 minutes. So I think we now should summarize what we have covered. So you have 3 parts of your brain: the reptilian brain, which I call the behavioral brain, the limbic system, your emotional brain, and the cortex, the thinking brain. So let's list some of the attributes of the limbic system that we have learned today. So say with me, energy, right? The limbic system likes you to be active, to run and jump and do things that you were doing when you were 3, 4, or 5 years old. Affection, let's say that together. Affection, right? The limbic brain is a seat of your emotions and also of your affection towards other people, including relationships. So relationships is another thing that your limbic system, your secret brain, creates. So how is your secret brain a key to fulfillment? It's because fulfillment is a feeling. Happiness is a feeling. So your limbic brain can make you miserable when your emotions are out of control or not properly balanced, or it can make you happy and fulfilled if you learn how to work with your emotions, which we are going to cover in one of the future segments. You also learned that the limbic system loves play, right? So let's say together, play. Let's say stories or imagination. Let's say together, imagination. And it's a seat of your sense of humor. So let's say together, sense of humor. So these are the things that will make you happy or miserable. Now, a little explanation about the secrets that the limbic Teddy was sharing with us when he becomes a lion and roars, or when he becomes very timid and becomes a mouse. That's because you have a part of the brain in your limbic system called the amygdala. It's a part of your brain that creates reactions of fight or flight. So when it creates a reaction of fight, you can become a lion and you become angry, domineering, and very sure of yourself. And when it creates a reaction of flight, then you become like a little mouse and you become scared and you want to hide and you don't know how to get out of that. So it's very hard to get out of that if you don't know how to work with your emotions. And that's why in our future segments, we're going to be covering that. And it will give you some insights and tools to deal with your emotions in such a way that you can solve your problems on a deep level. So this is what happens to my clients. So one of my clients, for instance, or several of my clients, had a hard time dealing with their different family members. And these interactions were creating a lot of turmoil. So my clients were upset, they were distressed, they felt guilty, they felt ashamed, and they didn't know how to handle those situations. But then we resolved those emotional issues, and they developed much better boundaries. By the way, boundaries is what emerges when the limbic brain and the reptilian brain work together. So now they can say things like, you cannot talk to me like that, or let's have a discussion when you are calmer, or let's focus on this problem that needs to be solved, and it has nothing to do with you, attacking me and using name calling and things like that. They can stand up for themselves. They can address bad behavior instead of trying to rationalize it. Oh, they are just mentally unstable, they are unhappy. So that was the previous attitude, so they felt they had to put up with it. You don't have to put up with people's bad behavior, but you need to learn how to change your internal reactions, or what we call triggers, so that you are no longer at the mercy of those triggers. And there's a whole other way of looking at that. And as I said, even though some people may consider those answers taboo, because they are different from what you've heard from other people, you can stick with these videos and learn what to do. So let's go back to sharing. And if you would like to find out more about how to organize your brain and unleash your inner intelligence, and find out how that can help you solve your problems and achieve your goals, you can contact me at paula@brainupgrade.biz, and I'll be happy to give you your free consultation. So I look forward to seeing you, talking to you, and please come to my show on other Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Pacific.